Hi, welcome to our channel Learning the Law. Today we'll be looking at right to personal liberty. And if you are new here, consider subscribing to our channel so that you won't miss our series on different fields of law. Anyway, now let's begin. Right to personal liberty. This right is codified under Section 35 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. And for you to understand right to personal liberty is just simple. It has to do with arrest and detention. So I know these are simple English words. We all know what arrest is and what detention is. Detention can be in police custody or any law enforcement agency custody or in the prison. Though now in correctional center, since the law was amended and we don't call it prison anymore. It is no Nigerian prison, it's a correctional center. Because prison is meant to correct the character and attitudes of someone that did something wrong. So in a simple language, you remember we are not trying to be too technical. We use the simplest language for you to understand. And if you think the language is too simple or too difficult, please let me know in the comment below. Okay, let's continue. Now, what the Constitution is saying is that an arrest or detention must be lawful. Now, if you are arrested or detained unlawfully, that is not in accordance with the provision of the law, that means your rights is violated, right to personal liberty. So we should understand the fact that if you are arrested or detained unlawfully, you can go to court for redress, and what you can get in court is that you can get compensation, monetary compensation, public apology, and an order restraining or stopping that agency person whatsoever involved in the violation to stop arresting you or detaining you unlawfully. But we should understand that there are exceptions to the general rule. Some of the instances whereby an arrest can be lawful is by order of court. If a court made an order for arrest of someone, that one is lawful. And likewise, when someone is reasonably, suspected to have committed an offense, or is committing an offense or about to commit an offense, but the suspicion should be reasonable, then there are instances where a person can be arrested with or without warrant, but in this case there must be a reasonable ground of commission of an offense. And we should also understand the fact that even if someone is arrested lawfully, then he should not to be treated the way that agency feel like. The person arrested must be treated in accordance with the provision of the law. For instance, there are exceptions whereby someone can be detained or even arrested. For instance, someone that is below the age of 18 and for the purpose of his education, for example, boarding school. Boarding school, secondary school, they are less than 18 years and they used to be locked, if I may use the word locked, because they are not allowed to move. They are confined within the four wall of the school. So in this case, you cannot be, you can't say their right is violated. And likewise, someone that is suffering from disease or maybe, mental illness or something. So maybe he need to be confined, within the four wall of a place for the betterment of his health and the health of the society. Just like, for example, the issue of, coronavirus, we have isolation centers so that, to prevent the spread of the disease. So if someone is, detained for the purpose of this issue, then his right is not violated. Now, assuming someone is arrested lawfully, maybe he is suspected to have, committed an offense, then the law says that he must be charged to court within reasonable time. So someone cannot be detained, reasonable time can be 24 hours, 48 hours, or in some cases more than that. And he has the right to be informed about why he was arrested, the nature of the offense, and everything in the language that he understands. And so this is one of his rights when a person is lawfully, arrested.